Hey guys, I am here today to do a flip through of my Traveler's Notebook and my Hobonichi for the month of March. So I'll just go ahead and start with my Hobonichi. I will say that the month didn't start off exactly how I wanted it to. I was playing around with my watercolors a lot and I'm not very good at my watercolors, so I'm just going to warn you the first couple pages aren't very pretty, but whenever it's done and I'm moving on. So I just wanted to remind myself that I need to get outside and play more while the weather is nice here in Florida. Um, I don't know. The script was fine. I should have just left it, but then I added in the orange, just trying to play with getting used to the brush I'm using, and I don't like the way it turned out. This ended up being awful. I was trying to paint a barrel, indicating that we went to Broken Barrel, which is a restaurant where I'm located, and I don't know what happened. So, like I said, they're not very pretty, but they're done and over with now. This is from a Target calendar that I had, so I just cut it out. I think it was from February. I cut it out and then put it on the 3rd, I think, or the 4th. We didn't have a whole lot going on, and then just used some masking tape up here. Another not very pretty, I guess, spread. I was working with the watercolors and it wasn't working very well, but it's over with now. As we go on, it does get prettier. I start messing with markers more and getting away from the watercolors. So here I was just trying to do some floral patterns and wrote a quote down from the Zootopia movie, and just some journaling here with some pretty colored markers used as a border. Kind of the same thing here, except for what I did is I was using these markers, and they're from Michaels, but they don't have them anymore. They were the Recollections brand, kind of like the Tim Holtz markers. But like I said, they don't have them anymore. I think there was 2 more. These, I think this is from a cherry on top, but they don't have this anymore. It was clearanced out. So what I did is you can kind of see with my green marker, I just took the lid off and then just took this tip off right here, and then just used this part. My markers were getting dry, so it was like trying to squeeze some of the ink out, and so I just was like coloring with these, like the ink cartridge, I guess. And it got kind of messy. You can see it gets very messy, but the end result is really cool. It kind of looks like I used the Tim Holtz Distress Stains, which I don't have any of those. I really want some. They've been on my wish list forever, but I haven't bought any yet. So I was just kind of playing with the idea. And then same thing with this is I was just touching the tip of those of the felt part and made these cute little ink circles. Thought it gave a cute little effect. Oops, sorry about that. And then here, I thought this spread was really pretty. I got some new washi tape, so I was using that as a border, and then just wrote down in different font what we did during the day, and then wrote journaling about an event that we went to this day. Same thing, simple journaling about the day, nothing serious. Did some stamping and just used some washi tape. Just a very simple. I'm finding that it's getting harder for me to sit down and do this every single night, and so what I end up doing is I find myself doing it like 3 days at a time, because you can kind of tell, especially like this, you can kind of tell that I sat down and did all of this in one day. I'm having a hard time keeping up, which I knew I would get that way. It's really busy during the spring. We're doing a lot, so I kind of saw that coming, but I still want to keep up with this because I like the idea of having a creative, pretty journaling outlet. So just went to an event on this day, and they got like a gold foil little badge. So I was trying to match by using gold foil washi tape on the other side. This was the day I got my Planner Society kit, so I wanted to use the washi tape and the back of some of the packaging, and then just a new washi that I had purchased at Target. And then the same thing with this floral. It was from a calendar that I got at Target, and I just cut out the floral and glued it in. Just some simple journaling for my son's birthday party, and then Easter. And then some journaling about my son turning 4. And then nothing happened this day. It was just really rainy, so I just used some pretty, they're these things, but they're meant to like go on top of a jar. Sorry, my cat is like hitting my tripod. Get out of here. They're meant to go on top of a jar, and then you like clamp it on top of the jar, and it's like supposed to be pretty, but I bought them because they were pretty, and I know I can use them in other ways, so I used 2 of those right here. And then just some simple journaling, and then using some washi tape, and then I think that is it, yeah. So that's my hobo. And then I'll move into my traveler's notebook here. And I'm pretty sure there are process videos for most of these spreads. In fact, I think there's one for everyone except for last week, I think. So here's the first week, and I use most Amy Tan Finders Keepers with this. Here's the second week. There's a process video for this as well. I love the colors in this one. This one was fun. Another pretty spring layout. There's a video for this one as well. Even though it cuts out at the end, the only thing you miss is me putting this ticket down and then finishing my journaling. That's the only thing that the video doesn't show. I ran out of space. And then this one does not have a video. I worked on it periodically throughout the whole week, which is how I prefer to do it. But once I started doing these Plan With Me's, I had to kind of start doing it at the end of the week because I dirty plan. And I will show you what I mean by that. I use one of these Target Dollar Spot planner insert kits, and I just throughout the week, at the end of the day or the beginning of the next day, I write down what we did the day before. And this is what I call my dirty planning. I write everything down during the week, and then on Monday of the following week, so today I'm going to sit down and do a Plan With Me video for this week with everything that I've written down here, and then it'll continue to go on that way. So that's how I like to plan. I like to do it this way. It's more organized for me. And if I write something down and we don't do something, I don't like having to feel like I have to cover it up or feel like I have to do that because I wrote it down in my planner, and I don't have a lot of space in my traveler's notebook, so I kind of have to, if I'm using it for archival purposes, which is what I use it for, I need to make sure what I write down is what we actually did, and that's how I prefer it. So this is my dirty planner. I write everything down in here, and then I move over into here. I've been getting a lot of questions about that lately because when I'm posting these videos, it's usually the week after, and people are getting confused about that. So this will be this week, which I'm going to sit down and do a Plan With Me after I'm done with this, and I will upload that with the page of my dirty planner that I just showed you. So what I normally do, like in here, I knew we were going to the air show, but I didn't like want to write it down permanently, so I just wrote it on a Post-it note, and then, you know, when I sit down and do, you know, the spread, a finished spread like this, you know, it'll all be there. I won't have to worry about if I did or didn't do it. So that is a look at March. And I know I didn't go all the way because I know there was a couple days left, but I'm getting ready to film a Plan With Me, so hopefully that video will be up shortly after this one, and you guys can see that one as well. So that is it. I hope you liked it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.